Hi, this is Jonathan Lewis from Pastoral Plate. This is going to be our first instructional video on how to cut up a chicken into 8 easy-to-eat pieces. The reason we're doing this is Pastoral Plate sells whole chickens, and people keep asking me, do you sell pieces or how do you cut up the chicken? So that's what we're going to show you today. I should mention that I've learned this technique from my father, who passed away when he was 100 years old. Does that make this technique any more authentic or great? I don't know, but here we go. The first thing is we're going to separate the leg and thigh from the chicken. Right here. We cut down, and we try to cut as close to the chicken as possible, which we do, and then we grab the chicken and we pop the bone. See this? Now we've popped out the thigh bone, and then all you do is you just bring your super sharp knife through here. That's one. Then we do it the other side, the same thing. We cut down through the thigh till we expose the bone. Then we pop it. There it is. And then we just slice it. Okay, 2 thighs, 2 legs. The next thing is we have to separate the rest of it, and I actually like to take off the wings at this point, but you can do this in different orders. And I also like to leave a little meat on the wings so they're just not those skinny things sitting on the plate, but actually have some meat and are enticing. And the way to do that, it's the same thing. You cut, you see the bone come out, and then you just slice straight down. Voila. The same thing with this. With this side, you cut a little meat, you pick it up, and you cut through, and there's the wing. Now we're left with the breasts and the backbone. So there are a couple of ways of removing the backbone. One is you can use these shears and just cut right through, and the other is you can use a knife, but I'll use the shears and just cut right through. Well, maybe I'll use a knife because it's sharper. Okay, so we raise it this way and we just cut right through, and here's the backbone, and then it comes out. And we just cut it off, and that's that. And then we save this. Don't throw this away. I should also point out, you see, with pasture-raised chickens, and the way that sometimes they're defeathered is every once in a while you still see pieces of the feather. And here's some pieces of the feather in the backside of the chicken. See? This is what they made quills out of. There. I don't even know if we should be doing this, but that's that. Now, before we separate the backbone, let's separate the thigh from the leg. And that's easy. You see, if you look at the chicken, you'll see this piece of fat that runs across. Now, if your knife follows that, it should be able to cut right through and separate the thigh from the leg easily. It's like life made lines, knowing that someday there would be modern people who wouldn't know how to do it. Here's the other line right here. Or is it right there? Well, we'll find out. And we'll assume that's it. And yes, we've guessed right. And here we have 2 more legs, the thighs, all with the skin on it, the wings, the backbone. Now, how do we do this? Well, there are a few ways. There are a few ways of doing this, and let me move this out of the way so we can actually see. One way is, but what we're going to do today is cut on the side of the cartilage and then try to remove the backbone so we can get a good shot at the chicken. And so we've cut through the cartilage, And now we're going to see if we can put our finger through and lift out the bone. I don't know if we can, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, I probably should have done the other method, but I like this method, and when I can actually get it done. And so here's one of the breasts, and now what we're going to do is cut in a little more. You see, we lift out this bone, and here's the other side. So we have the breasts, sometimes you have to smooth out the skin, and the two breasts. The camera crew has said, well, what if we don't want to cook the breast with the bones, which is one way of actually cooking them. So now we have to remove the rest, and if I had known that that was what the camera crew wanted, we would have done this another way. But all you do is you take your super sharp knife and you bring it close to the bones and you just remove the bones. See? Voila. Done. Now you have one breast, and you do the same thing here. You just very close to the bone. Wobaloomp. And there it is. And you turn it over, and here's the other breast. So I know that everyone who actually cuts a chicken does it differently, so you can write in and tell us how you do it and share your method. And we'd be glad to receive the information. Thanks.